Assalamu alaikum. Someone just turned a simple AI ebook into over $1.2 million. And the crazy part, the strategy is shockingly simple. Someone made over $1.2 million selling a single type of ebook on Amazon. And now thousands of people are trying to copy it using AI. But here's the problem. Most of them are failing. They're rushing, uploading 100% AI generated content and getting zero sales, or worse, getting flagged by Amazon. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact AI ebook blueprint that actually works in 2025, how to create it in under an hour, how to stay safe with Amazon's new AI rules, and how to turn one simple book into multiple income streams. Let's get into it.
Hello and welcome. Today we're diving deep into something pretty wild, creating and selling ebooks using AI. We're going to cover the whole shebang from start to finish.
So here's the big question, right? Can AI really make you a best-selling author overnight? I mean, you see this claim everywhere online, but what's the real story? Is it all just hype, or is there some truth to it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out.
Okay, so the potential here is, well, it's massive, and it really all boils down to one gigantic platform, Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP. Just look at this number. They own 67% of the entire ebook market. That is a huge piece of the pie. It's basically the go-to place if you want to sell, because they've got this built-in audience of millions just waiting. All right, but hold on. There's a catch, and it's a big one. Because it's so easy to create these books with AI, we're seeing this flood of just low-quality AI-generated stuff hitting the market. And look, that's not just a problem for readers who are getting junk. It's a huge, huge problem for serious creators like you who are actually trying to build a real business. You don't have to take my word for it. Listen to ebook entrepreneur Sean Dalwitt. He puts it pretty bluntly. 100% AI-written ebooks are absolute garbage. And he's right. They're often clunky, unreadable. They get absolutely slammed with terrible reviews. And that can just kill your reputation before you even get off the ground.
So this slide really breaks it down perfectly. It's the difference between what works and what completely fails. On the left, you've got your low-effort AI book. You know the type. Generic, full of mistakes, no personality at all. And it just leads to a graveyard of bad reviews. But on the right, that's the good stuff. The high-quality book that actually succeeds because it solves a real problem for someone, it has a unique perspective, and, this is key, it's been heavily edited by a human. Okay, so how do you make sure you're on the right side of that comparison? How do you create a book that people will actually love? It all starts with a really simple but powerful shift in your mindset. You've got to stop thinking of AI as the author and start thinking of it as your assistant.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? You are the brain, and AI is just your assistant. That's the whole game right there. You're the director, you're the one with the vision. AI is the tool, but you are still 100% in charge of the quality of that final product. And since you're probably going to be selling on Amazon, you absolutely need to know their rules. It's actually pretty simple. Amazon makes you disclose if your book is AI generated. That means AI did most of the creative heavy lifting. But if you're just using it to help you brainstorm ideas, or to outline your own work, or to help you edit, well, that's considered AI assisted, and for that, you don't need to disclose anything.
So with that in mind, how do you actually create one of these high-quality AI-assisted books?
Well, there's a playbook for this, and it's what all the successful creators are using to really stand out from the crowd. Let's walk through it.
All right, step one. This might be the most important part. You have to find a real pain point. Seriously, the biggest mistake you can make is just writing about some random topic you think is cool. Instead, you need to do your research. Go on Amazon and see what people are already paying money for. For example, instead of a super generic book on fitness, you might find that there's a real paying audience for something specific, like kettlebell workouts for people with home offices. You find a problem people will actually pay to solve, and then you write the book that solves it.
Okay, on to step 2. Once you've got your killer topic, it's time to create a super detailed outline. Think of your outline as the skeleton of your book. It's the backbone. It needs to guide your reader from the problem they have to the solution you're providing in a clear, logical way. This is your blueprint for creating real, tangible value.
Now for step 3, and this is a major pro tip when you're working with AI, generate your content in small chunks. Don't ask it to write the whole book at once. Why? Because AI just isn't that great at writing long-form content. The quality starts to drop, the text gets super repetitive, and it just sounds robotic. So by working one subsection at a time, straight from your outline, you stay in control and keep the quality high. And that brings us to step 4. And I cannot stress this enough. This is the most critical step of all. Editing. Heavy editing is what separates a fantastic book from all that mediocre AI garbage. This is where you come in. You add your own voice, your own personal stories, your own expertise. You rewrite whole sections. This is how you transform that raw AI output into something that is genuinely unique and truly valuable.
Okay, so you've done the hard work. You have your manuscript. Now what? Well, now it's time to make it look professional. Because a great book needs a great cover and a really clean layout if it's going to stand out on that crowded digital shelf.
And the good news is you don't need to go out and spend a ton of money on fancy software. Most successful creators use a really simple but effective toolkit. We're talking Google Docs for all your writing and editing, Canva for designing a professional-looking cover. You can even use AI image generators to brainstorm some cool concepts, and then for formatting, just use Amazon's own tool, Kindle Create. It's free and it gets the job done perfectly. All right, your ebook is written, it's edited, it's designed beautifully, it is ready for the world. The big question now is, how are you actually going to sell it?
You've basically got two main paths you can go down. As you can see here, you can sell on Amazon KDP. The huge pro there is tapping into their massive built-in audience. The downside, you have less control and the royalties are lower. The other option is to sell directly to your own audience, maybe using a simple platform like Superprofile. Here, you get to keep way more of the profits, you have total control, but, and it's a big but, you have to be the one to build that audience from scratch.
And that really brings us to the final and maybe most important mindset shift. Please, don't think of your book as just a one-off project. Think bigger. Think of it as a business asset. A single, high-quality ebook can be the foundation for a much, much larger business. Yeah, a successful ebook is really just the beginning. I mean, look at this. You can turn it into an audiobook. You can get it translated into other languages. You can bundle it with other products or courses. Each one of these becomes another stream of income, and it's all built on that one single asset that you already worked so hard to create. It's all about scaling up. So, this all leads to a really big question about the future, doesn't it? Right now, today, AI is our assistant. It's a tool. But as it gets smarter, as it gets more creative, is that line between assistant and author going to start to blur? Or maybe disappear entirely? And if it does, what does that actually mean for human creativity? Something to think about.